I've created this video to be a reminder about dreaming big and when seemingly impossible things can come true. And this is my story of how I won dinner with J.K. Rowling last year in 2025 and the insights that I've learned from this experience. I hope you will enjoy it. If you like this video, like it and subscribe for my future stories about living your best life and creating your reality. Let me share my insights. Number one, it allowed me to dream bigger, kind of getting this courage to dream impossible dream. One of those dreams were when I was 33, now I'm 51, almost 51, when I moved from Latvia to London into nowhere. I just followed my dream, my desire to live in London. I will create a separate video on that, but this was my daring to dream big. And then the latest happened 12 years ago when I moved from employment to being self-employed. And since then, it was more sort of survival dreams in order to manage living the dream of being an entrepreneur and almost like not having space to dream big, to be courageous. This was my existence till last year, when my friend and I, we went to Harry Potter Studios. And I have to say, my friend is a super fan of Harry Potter, all things Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I read all the books, I watched all the movies, but I'm not fanatical about it. When it comes to Strike series, it's another story. When we had our afternoon tea experience, I was so touched by all the little details, like sugar cubes in cauldrons and all the themes around how food was presented. And at that time, I felt so good already. I was enveloped with this magic around me. And I remember the phrase that I told my friend. I said, this experience could be topped up only by meeting JK herself, because I admire the legacy she created. I admire her work ethic. She has created this whole world, and also seeing like people around the world, Harry Potter fans, how devoted they are and how they know every little detail. I admire what she has created, and I wanted to be just around her when you are close to your source of inspiration. And I made that wish, and 3 days later I saw a tweet that announced that you can apply to the prize draw and win dinner with J.K. Rowling herself. And I thought, oh, it feels like answer to my prayers. Like, I've just made a wish few days ago, and here you are, like your next steps. Manifestation has a bad rap, right? Because it's positioned as just imagine your wishes and it will come true. However, yes, I made a wish. I was shown the way how that wish can happen, but I needed still take action and apply to participate in the draw. By the way, I have all the details with all the screenshots of tweets, of process, and all the photos. They are outlined in my blog post. I will put it in the comments below. So this was the first step when I applied, and not everyone believed that it's even possible. On paper, chances were none to zero to win the dinner with J.K. Rowling, because there are so many people wanted to participate. It leads me to this insight number two. When you are in a playful mood, like when I made that wish, it would be lovely to meet her in person. I was in that magical state when I was in awe with how much work was put into creating Harry Potter Studios as well. And also, I thought, why not? Like, this was my playful approach to how to go about it. For instance, one of the manifestation techniques is not to be attached to the outcome. And it's easy not to be attached to the outcome when you don't care whether you get desired result or not. From my childhood, I've noticed some things that if I really want something really, I would never get it. And for instance, I always wanted to have a sibling. It never happened. I was the only child. I always wanted to have a pet and it didn't happen. And there were like very heartfelt wishes that gave me this belief that what I really want, I couldn't get. Basically, this whole experience cured that belief for me because I really wanted. It was this almost like a decision based that this is really what I want and I choose to believe that I can get. It was the process of believing in possibility. It takes courage to dream in something that you really want with the possibility to be disappointed if you don't get it, because a lot of people didn't get it. It's about daring to dream. It's about being open to be disappointed and not being afraid of this sense of disappointment. And I think this is a key to manifesting your desires when you focus only on the things that you want to have. And so it brings me to the third insight, focusing on what you want and how you want to feel. I decided, you know what, I want to spend this time while I was waiting, imagining how I'm getting news. And it could be a coincidence that I got the exact way how I imagined, or it may be the proof that it works. So Neville Goddard has this technique that talks about imagining the feeling that you're going to feel when your desire comes to reality and feel it in the moment. So what I was imagining because I knew that my birthday lunch with my friends is coming up on 11th of June. And I was imagining that I receive an email during our lunch and I opened that email on my phone and I suddenly start crying and my friends are asking what has happened and I'm telling them that I won dinner with J.K. Rowling. And it happened to the T. I can't believe it. It happened to the T in terms of we had our lunch. I received an email which says you were one of the winners. And it was a fantastic feeling. I still feel tearful remembering it, how happy I was. Because the impossible, seemingly impossible, has happened. It was the hardest part to keep quiet till September when dinner took place. So this would be my insight. That this is something I knew before, but it allowed me to practice. It's to focus on what you want. Obviously, I used ChatGPT closer to the date because I was starstruck. I was discussing ways how to come across natural and how not to hijack conversations as well, and how to make it comfortable for her as well, because in the end of the day she didn't need to do it. So it was to celebrate 20 years of her charity Lumos that supports children. So children are raised in families, helping misplaced children who got into the system and how to find loving homes or find the ways how they can return to their families. And this was the reason why she decided to organize this dinner. She didn't need it in terms like she could find a way how to raise awareness of the charity. And it was so nice that we could have this experience. And it's also like the next insight, what I learned from this experience was to receive, to be able to receive and feel comfortable, because I was given the choice either because I was the only one who was from London and I could have gone straight to the dinner and then taken home. But I was also given the choice to spend the night at the hotel, at the 5-star hotel. And I took that opportunity, even though first thing was I didn't want to inconvenience. I didn't want to add to expenses to this whole event, but I thought, why not? I wanted to also have like a full blown experience of this event because, well, it just happens that I didn't need to fly. And it was fantastic. What I also loved, how sincere and human she was, even like she's one of the wealthiest women in the world. And in her presence, I felt equal. And I think it's a gift when somebody can make you feel as if you are equal, even though our bank statements are worlds apart. Yet, I should add. And it was so easy to talk to her. It was so easy to converse with everyone else. And it was such a wholesome event. And I could discuss my impression of her Strike series because I've discovered that she also writes detective stories only when I won dinner. Oh boy, when I discovered the first book, I couldn't stop listening. I went for audiobooks and I was spending night hours just to listening to the stories. I went to Edinburgh just to be before our dinner, just to kind of feel the atmosphere, like what is connected with her, where she wrote Harry Potter book. And it was like such a magical experience altogether. Every time now, when I feel doubtful, when my clients feel doubtful, I remind them, like on paper, being able to win dinner seemed impossible. And if I could get this experience, then what else I can get? So this courage to dream big stayed with me after this event. From time to time, I get back to my old ways in terms doubting myself, not believing. The reason why I created this video as well, just to have this anchoring reminder about dreaming big, about believing in my ability to create something extraordinary. I hope my story inspired you to believe in your dreams, to dare to dream bigger and make this world a better place. It was Inga. If you enjoyed watching this video, please put the like, share it with someone who needs a reminder about dreaming, and subscribe to this channel.